you on social media. She had just had her last child, Rio, she shows pictures of, and she was using the wrap on social media. So my husband was already interested just from seeing the before and after results from her wrap. And he was like, you know, I saw Ronnie with this something on her stomach. She was sharing something, had no clue what was going on. He was just trying to think of what happened. How did she look like this? And now she looks like this. So he was trying to explain to me what was going on. But when he ran into her at the court building, she said, I want something, you know, I have something to show you guys. It's an amazing business opportunity that you may be interested in. She didn't say anything about the product. She just jumped straight into, it's a great business opportunity. You guys may be interested. I need you to come meet me at my house. So he came home and he said, Ronnie wants to meet with you at her house. She has something to share with you. And I immediately was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not interested in hearing anything she has to say. I'm super busy. I got 3 kids at home. I'm working long hours every single day. There's no way that I can put anything else on my plate. You know, so I thought long and hard about it. It took me maybe a few days before I really decided, oh, let me give her a call and let me really see what this is all about. I was making 6 figures a year. So I thought I had the best job ever. I was a GS-14 in the government. However, again, I was living beyond my means. You know, I had an expensive car. You know, I was just buying things I didn't need. So I was really living paycheck to paycheck. Like before I got paid, I was broke. So I knew deep down inside that I needed to do something. I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't know what to do. But when he came to me with this opportunity, I was like, no. You know, and then he didn't know how to explain it to me. So I was like completely lost. So maybe a few days went by and I actually gave her a call. So this is so out of the norm for me. I'm so used to, you know, the same thing all the time. I would get up at a certain time of the day. You know, I would come home at a certain time. I was not used to change. And reaching out to somebody and asking them about an opportunity or anything, that wasn't me. That was so out of my norm. So I called her and I said, hey, Jamie told me, you know, you had something that you wanted to talk to me about. And she said, yeah, I need you to come meet with me. That's another thing. Oh, no, I'm not meeting anybody. That is totally out of my norm. So it's almost like pulling teeth with me. You know, I was thinking, I was like, oh, this is just, I don't think this is going to be for me. You know, I'm just super busy. I don't think I should meet with her. So something made me just get up and go meet with her. This is just so not normal for me. So I met with her at her home and she pulled up her computer and she started showing me all these emails from people just inquiring about the products that she had, you know, about the business opportunity. She was like, look at all these emails, girl. Everybody want these products. They want to know about this business. This is booming. Now, mind you, Vanessa was only maybe 3 weeks or so in the business, but she was talking like she was a millionaire right then and there. You know, she was like, we're going to make all this money. We're going to change so many lives. Girl, you better jump on this. Hey, you know how she talked. So again, going in one ear out the other, I really wasn't interested because I already came in with the mindset like, I'm not going to do this. So whatever she's going to pitch to me, I'm not doing it. So she said, hey, your husband was interested in the body wrap when I ran into him. So I'm going to give you a wrap to take home and try it on your husband. So she didn't sign me up as a distributor. She didn't sign me up as a customer. She said, I'm going to give you a wrap to take home and you try it on your husband because this is what he wanted. So I said, okay, I'll take it home. Took it home. The next day I woke up and I said, hey, Ronnie gave me a wrap, you know, for me to wrap you. So are you ready? And he was like, yeah, I want to get wrapped. I said, okay, well, let's do this. So we took it out of the package. We took his before and after pictures. He drank his water. And I said, well, let me look at the pictures. And he walked off. So he was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm going off. And I was looking. I said, wow, these results are like incredible. So I was pretty much screaming. I wasn't this calm. I was like, oh my God, these results are amazing. Get in here. And he was like, what is this? So I showed him. I said, look at your stomach. Oh my God. He was like, wow, this is crazy. He said, all that from that? And I was like, yes. And he was like, can you imagine if I post this on social media? He's like the social media king of all kings. He posted it on social media and he said, if I post this, we're going to get so many hits and I know so many people are going to want this product. I already know it. He was just thinking ahead of like what's going to happen. And I said, yeah, you're right. But guess what? We went on throughout our day, didn't think anything about calling her back. So she called me. That's important to follow up because I'm just like la la da da dee da da da. Went on about my day and didn't even call her, even though I knew the product worked, but I didn't call her. So she followed up with me, Key, and she called and she said, "Hey, are you ready to sign up?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready. What do I need to do?" She said, "Oh, it's $99." And I'm like, I don't have it. She was like, "Girl, it's $99. You better get it to get signed up." And I said, well, I looked at my husband and we were on our way to the mall. So the old Erana would have said, I'm not going to use 99. I'm going to go to the mall and just buy some shoes or something. But I looked at him and something made me do it. I'm telling you, this was all planned out for me. Any other time, go buy shoes. This time I looked at my husband and I said, I need $99. I need your credit card so I can sign up with Ronessa to get this business started. And he said, you don't have $99? And I'm like, I don't. I really don't. He gave me his card, signed up, and I got started September 4th, 2012. I remember her saying, okay, you get 2 boxes of wraps. It's almost like she just created my auto ship for me. Didn't have a clue what was going on, but she signed me up. And I'm telling you, from that day on, that day changed my life. And I'm telling you, everything was out of the norm for me. And everything that just happened for a reason. And I'm just like, wow, straight getting the money to start the business, thinking I'm just blown away at how things happen and led me to this point. So that is how I got started with It Works Global.
That is awesome. So you got started, just right at 5 years ago. So tell us, let's keep going with your story. So you got in, did you just go, like you signed up, did you just go crazy right away or did you kind of dip your toe in the water?
No. So it's funny because people think since I'm an ambassador Diamond and, they say, oh, she built a team so quickly. I know she did great coming into business. No, I was one of those distributors who would get the kit and let it sit. I didn't do anything. Well, actually I did. So the first time after we posted my husband's before and after pictures, I got a lot of inquiries. People were calling left and right. Hey, what is that you posted? I want it. I want that. And I actually called Ronnie and was like, I need help because I don't know what to say when I call these people back. So she kind of walked me through. We did the 3-way call, with the leader, and she kind of like talked me, coached me through it. So most of the people wanted to rap. So after she gave me like 3 calls, 3-way calls, I was on it from that point on. But then I stopped. It was like I just stopped and put everything away and I didn't think about it anymore. And then I got this phone call from one of our ambassador diamonds. She was making $80-some thousand 5 years ago, a month. And Ronnie was on the phone and they called my husband. I'm like, they didn't call me, they called my husband. And they said, your wife is not doing what she's supposed to do. She came into this business and she's playing games. Like she's throwing money away. And he looked at me and said, you may want to take this. And he gave it. And I'm looking like, what? So he gave me the phone and he was like, you may want to take this call because he was agreeing with everything they were telling him. And I got on the phone and they was like, look, you could build a team. You came to this business because you needed extra income. You're wasting time. You're wasting money. You could be doing this. And I was just like, you're right. That light bulb went off and I was like, you're absolutely right. And it took that one phone call for me to actually hit the ball running. That one call. I've never had a call from my leaders ever again, unless it was congratulations on something. But I just needed that kick in the butt to say, hey, get going. Like this is an amazing opportunity. This is going to help you and your family. So you need to go and run with it. So I did. And in 3 months, I went diamond. And mind you, I was still working. I was working full time at a government job, 9-hour days. And I went diamond by, really like posting on social media when I had a chance. This was my schedule. This is for everybody who's full-time workers, who has a full-time job. Every morning I would get up super, super early. You know, I was into fitness already. That's why I knew this business would kind of tie into what I was doing. I would get up super early, go work out. 3:45. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. 3:45 a.m. I was in the gym, okay? 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half in there. I went to my desk. I got to work super, super early, maybe like 6:30 or 7. And I was in there before the crowd came in, for the rush of the, other employees came in. And I was doing It Works. I would bring my charts. I would bring everything that I needed to run my business. Lunchtime, instead of going out with my coworkers to do the mall or staying out 2 hours, running around with my coworkers, I was at my desk running my business. So what I would do is I would send out messages, text messages from my cell phone, because I couldn't use my computer because we were in a government building. We were restricted from those sites. I would use my cell phone and send out messages. Hey, we have some amazing products. Hey, I would love to have you on my team. I would do that the whole time I was at lunch, and I would set up calls for the afternoon when it was time for me to get off. So I would have everything planned out. So before I got off from work, I would give myself 5 minutes to get to my car. I parked my car right in the garage, so I only had 5 minutes. I didn't want to chit chat with anybody. I was on a schedule. I went down straight to my car, and I was on the phone calling people back. Hey, you called about the opportunity. Let's talk. Instead of listening to the latest R&B, hip hop artists or whatever, or chit chatting and gossiping with my friends on that phone, driving home, I was on the phone doing opportunity calls every single day. This is the type of person I am. If it's something that's going to work for me in a schedule that works, I stuck to it. And I stuck to that same schedule every single day. So I would bring my lunch. I didn't want to go out. I was like, I got to work my business. I got to build this business because I know where it's going to take me. 3 months, I promoted to Diamond. And I got a $10,000 bonus. I got that $10,000 good bonus, which really, really, truly, 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 truly helped me because it was holidays. It was Christmas. And normally, before It Works came into my life, I was calling and getting loans. I would call like 2 or 3 loan companies to give me a loan just to pay for Christmas. And then when it was time for me to pay the loan back, I paid double. So I couldn't get out the hole because I kept owing so many people. That was my life before It Works. So when I got that $10,000 bonus, I was so excited because guess what? My husband was so stressed out because I couldn't put up half for anything ever because I didn't have it. I kept spending it up. And, he was like, wow, you can't contribute. You don't have half for this. You can't get your son this. It was like he was doing everything. And I'm telling you, when you have problems like that, your marriage is going to just fall apart. Money is like huge, when you don't have your finances right. So we was almost there. So when I was able to get that $10,000 bonus and I had extra money that I could provide and get my kids Christmas gifts, that was the best feeling in the world. The best feeling ever. And I was like, I got my card. I had my card loaded. It Works card. And I said, let's go shopping. I felt so good, And a month after that, I got another bonus. Every month I promoted in the company because I was hustling. I was working. I stayed on that same schedule and I was consistent. I did rap parties every weekend. And I know a lot of people say, well, you working, you have a full-time job. My husband was not home all the time because he was a police officer. And I have a son with a disability. A lot of people don't know that one of my sons was born blind. So that required a lot from me. But I didn't make that an excuse. I still work my business. I had my kids with me. My youngest son can tell you about the raps better than anybody. He's been with me to rap parties. He's been with me to trainings with my team. So I never made him an excuse for growing my business. So after that, I promoted again. So I went Presidential Diamond. And this was even before I left my job. So I was sitting at my desk in a government building as a Presidential Diamond doing this full-time, part-time. I did It Works part-time all the way up to Presidential Diamond. So can you imagine working full-time, 3 kids at home, with a husband, trying to do everything as a wife and a mother, and still promoted to Presidential Diamond? And I'm telling you, it wasn't easy, but I was so determined to make it happen I left all the excuses of, threw those to the side. People who told me it wasn't going to work for me, who told me it's not going to last or you can't do this, all of that just went out the window. I didn't listen to any negativity from friends. I didn't have any support from my family. I know you all can relate. There's a lot of family out here that just won't support you. And I had that coming straight into business. I called my husband's family. No one wanted anything. They never responded to my text messages. Remember those text messages I sent out when I first started? No response. My mother, maybe my sister, they're the only ones that fought for me this entire time I've been in the business. And I never let that stop me because I knew there were so many other people out here that could use the products and needed this opportunity. It never stopped me. And when it was time for me to actually leave, I left my job in 9 months. I retired from my job in 9 months, terrified, scared to death, because that's all I knew. I was trying to follow the footsteps of my mom. No one in my family there's no entrepreneurs in my family. Everyone worked for the government or worked for someone, okay? Never went to college, so I don't have a college degree. So I am the first in the entire family of being an entrepreneur. So I kind of broke that curse. Now I'm trying to teach my kids, like, you work for yourself, you got to do this, you got to do that. But it's just been an amazing journey. Like, for me to leave my job in 9 months has been a blessing. And like I said, I was terrified, I was nervous, I didn't know if I was making the right decision, because I was like, what if it doesn't last? I'm gonna be embarrassed if I have to come back. How would that look? And I just was like, I'm going to go ahead and take this leap of faith, and I'm just going to go for it. And I left my job, and I never told anybody at work what I was doing, because I said, this is so good that if I tell somebody, something may happen. You know how when you have something so good, you're like, if I tell somebody, I don't want them to mess anything up for me. But that's how I was thinking about It Works. I was like, I can't share with them because anything can happen. I don't want nobody calling and messing up nothing for me. This is going too good for me. And so I didn't. I told him, I said, hey, my husband wants me to leave. He wants me to take care of the kids. He wants me to be the housewife. So, I got to put my 2 weeks notice in. And of course, they looking at me like, you're a government worker. What else out here is better than that? The government, how dare you leave the government? And I'm like, you just don't know. Like, it's so much more out here better than the government. So when I left my job, I remember waking up the next day, and I called my team. I had a big team meeting, conference call, and I said, I left my job. And I am now here for you guys, and I'm available, to give you all the attention and the guidance that you need. And I'm just telling them how super excited I was, and, I was just like totally amazed. And I think it was a lot of people just waiting for me to take that leap, because I had other friends that kind of like right after I left my job, they left theirs. They was like, phew, you did it. So let me go ahead and put my resignation in too. But it's just been a total blessing, and I've been full-time ever since. Haven't looked back. Business is going amazing, bringing in team members who are also able to leave their jobs and do this business full time. And I love watching my team grow and seeing other people come behind me and having success as well.
I love that. That's so important. And I think that sometimes we forget that we have to celebrate each other's successes, that there's room at the top for everyone. And when we get that, when we grasp and understand that fully, that's when we start getting elevated through the ranks. It's because we're rising by lifting each other up. So I love that, because that's your culture on your team. I know that from just having conversations with Ronnie too, like it's all about celebrating each other's wins.
Absolutely.
And so, okay, so I have a question then. So what would you say would be the top, like, number one quality of like the top leadership in the company? Like, what are some of the main qualities that you need in order to be a top leader?
Well, I think you have to be confident, you have to be knowledgeable, of course, and you got to have, compassion for others. I have team members who You know, I may bring in brand new distributors who I may bring in, and maybe a couple of months or maybe a month or maybe a few weeks, I may not hear from them. You know, or I have leaders who have been in the business and started with me, and things may go, you know, they may have things that happen in life, you know, that you can't control and they can't control. But you have to make it not always business. You know, you can't say, well, you know, oh, I'm not going to talk to you because you're not working anymore. I'm going to kick you out of the group because you're not doing anything. You don't know what other people are going through. You know, so you have to be able to have compassion and, you know, with your leaders and with other distributors. You know, you just can't think it's all about you all the time. You know, so it's the compassion. You have to have, you know, you have to consistency, you know, knowledge, you know, and you got to lead from the front. You know, I always show my team, hey, look, I did my steps to success. What are you going to do? Yep. You know, I never want to say something to my team or tell my team to do something that I'm not doing. I just can't roll like that. So I always make sure that I show them, hey, look at my PDV. I do a monthly report. Every month I do a report, and I put it in my team group page. Everybody who made 400 or more, my top 10 distributors, PBV earners, and my promotions. I list that every month for the month. And I make sure that I'm on it. You know, I can't not be on the list, and I'm telling my team, hey, follow steps to success, do this, do that, do that. I have to make sure that I'm doing everything that I'm telling my team to do.
I love it.
Those are the things that I, you know, really think that the leader should be doing.
Awesome.
Yeah, those are all so good. So what are, you know, someone had asked on here, what personal development you had. You know, I think some people feel like they got to have all this
before
it works. And, you know, I think you would probably say that once you got in, it works. You know, we always talk about earn while you learn, and it's immersing yourself into an environment, right, where you can learn from great people.
Right. So I didn't have, like, even coming into the business, you know, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't really have anyone pouring into me like we do now, you know, like I'm doing with my team. We didn't have training calls. You know, it was kind of like you said, learn while we went on. You know, it was like we messed up some things. You know, we failed at things. We learned from our mistakes. But that's a part of growing. And that's why I'm glad I'm able to share with my team, hey, don't do this, because I remember when I did it, when I first came into the business, and it just wasn't right, or it's not going to work out for you. I love that I was able to experience failures, you know, during my time in the business, because that's really helped my team. Like I said, we didn't have any training or anything like that, no mentors. You know, I came into the business and I was self-motivated. I didn't need anybody to pour into me daily or call me. I got that one phone call, that was it. But other than that, I was self-motivated. You know, when I saw that I could make $100 by rapping for people, or when I could make $200 at a rap party, I was on it. You didn't have to call and tell me anything. You know, so I didn't need anybody to push me or do anything. I didn't read any self-development books. I didn't do anything. I kept it real simple. The company told me to have a rap party to make some rap cash. I went out there and had a rap party and made rap cash. Let me tell you one thing about me. I'm competitive. When I see something dangling, when Mark said you can get a $10,000 bonus in 3 months, I'm going to go for it. If he tell me I can get $80,000 bonus in 3 months, I'm going for it, and I'm going to get it. That's why I promote it every month in the business, because I'm competitive. When I see something, I want it, I'm going to go for it. Okay, I'm self-motivated. With my parties, I was doing things out of the normal that what everybody else was doing. I was having parties and events at ShopRite grocery stores. Okay, I would go online and I would look online and see what could I do different from everybody else. I always like to set myself different from what other people are doing. So I did rap parties at ShopRite grocery stores. I traveled 2 and 3 hours as a new distributor to do events, vendoring tables, and some people didn't show up. And I know a lot of new people that may be on this line now, or, you know, new people on your team that have rap parties and no one shows up and they feel like giving up. I traveled 2 hours and nobody came. But I kept going because I wouldn't be here talking to you guys now. If you all know Tamar Braxton, I was 3 weeks in the business and I went to rap Tamar for the Grammys. Had no idea what I was doing, but I knew that I could put that rap on her, put some saran wrap on her, and she's going to look the way she wants to look for the Grammys. So I did that as a brand new distributor. I was invited to a rap event. One of my friends is from DC. He's now Robin Roberts' stylist. 3 weeks in the business, he's calling me and saying, hey, you know, I hear this thing that's going on about these raps in DC. You know, people that are on the show will want you to come, you know, see what it's all about. They want to know what it's about. Can you come up to New York and share with them? And, you know, again, like me, I say I'm like an introvert sometimes. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go to New York. I don't know if I'm, you know, ready for this. I don't know if I want to get on the train by myself. And my husband was like, go. Like, what are you scared of? Like, this is your business. You know that this will open so many doors for you. This will take your business to the next level. So I got on the train and I went. And we were hosting a rap party with some of the co-workers and the workers from the Good Morning America show. And I was a brand new distributor. So I was doing things like that coming to the business. And we got a lot of new distributors that don't even want to have a simple rap party. Yeah. And I was on the train, traveling, driving. People didn't show up. I kept going. Had events at churches, at clothing stores. Anywhere that I knew there was going to be a lot of people, I was going to have it. And I didn't care who showed up. I was planning the next one. So every weekend, I was having rap party and events. When I was working, I would have people scheduled to come do a rap. I was doing belly-to-belly raps as well. So my husband would come home and he would say, look at all these people in my living room. But guess what? When he walked in that kitchen, it was a pile of money on that kitchen table. You know, and I'm like, you know, this is what I made from rapping those people that are sitting in the living room. You know, so even though I couldn't do events, I would make time to do whatever I needed to do to put that cash in my pocket. Because remember, I was living paycheck to paycheck. So I was hungry. I needed that extra income. And I did whatever I could do, tired or not, to make that extra money. And that rap cash really helped me out tremendously. That's why I tell my team all the time, like, y'all got to have these parties. You know, because that's easy money right then and there in your pocket to have for you for the holidays, pay a bill, feed your children, or whatever you need to do. Those are the things that I did, and I'm still doing. I'm still doing rap parties. I'm still calling people. I'm still going to my girlfriends' houses and rapping their friends. I'm still doing that today.
That is so good. So basically, you just came in. I mean, when you made up your mind, you said, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And when you heard about those bonuses, you're like, I'm getting that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get up at 3:45 in the morning, right?
And I'm doing it.
As late as it takes. So I love that. And I love that today, you know, this opportunity is still available for anybody that wants to attack it like you did. You know, have that laser, that heat-seeking missile laser focus on getting to where you wanted to be. And so that's so great. So we thank you so much for all the time you've shared with us tonight. Is there like one more thing that you want to share that's on your heart or on your mind? That
I just want to say, you guys, like, this is an amazing opportunity. This company is simply amazing. Like, y'all just don't know. I mean, I could be on this call for hours telling you how bad it was financially for me. Coming to that, I mean, like, I was scraping corn. Like, I would tell people, my husband tell the story too. When he used to fall asleep, he would have his pants on the side of the bed with money in it. And because I'm telling you, I was just so broke, you guys, you just don't understand. I would take his money out and just take a few dollars and put it in my purse and be like, okay, now I got a little bit of money to buy coffee or something like that. But that's how I was living. And you know what? I kind of got used to it. I was like, this is me. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. My friends are doing the same. They living paycheck to paycheck. This is how it's going to be. And I'm telling you, when this opportunity came, even though I was like not so thrilled and excited to join in right then and there, I'm telling you, God put this here for me because I was the one that was like, oh no, I'm not doing it. But everything lined up just the way everything is happening for a reason. You know, me going to meet with Ronessa was just so out of the norm. You know, me just jumping into an opportunity. Like, I've never had a part-time job. You know, me just doing this opportunity, everything is set for a reason. In 4 years, I made over $1 million. And I'm the one that never done direct sales before, didn't want to do this. And look what happened. 4 years, over $1 million. You know, it's just like, this is just mind blowing. So you got to be all in. You know, you got to work your business. You got to be persistent. You got to be consistent. Set up a schedule that's going to work for you. You know, just because I did it one way doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. But I'm telling you, you got to get to work. You can do it. And, you know, it's just simply amazing. I mean, you guys just stick in there, you know, get this Christmas cash that's out there. You know, that's available for you guys. We got conference coming around the corner that's just simply life-changing. I've never missed a conference ever in my life. You know, even sometimes if I get discouraged or if I get down, you know, we're ambassadors. We're not perfect. You know, we sometimes, you know, get discouraged, or sometimes we get down. You know, sometimes I may not enroll one customer. You know, so things people tell me no. We got the same story everybody else had. But you got to just get up and you got to keep going. That's the only thing. Don't quit. Never think about quitting. Keep pushing forward. You know, we can all get to the top. There's so much room for us at the top. So much room on stage for more millionaires. I can't wait to see the millionaires that are coming in for 2018. You know, but I'm just like, you know, stay focused. And you know, everybody, we're going to make it.
I love it. Girl, thank you. Erana, you are amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time out to pour into us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you guys make sure that you go and just flood her page with all of the ahas that you had and give her some love on social media. So thank you, girl. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, and happy holidays to everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Enjoy, everyone.